Hey, y'all, it's Sheba Lakeisha. I hope y'all are having a great and amazing day. I'm recording this video from my phone. My tablet keep going out. Normally, when I'm in this type of setting, I like to use my tablet, but hey, we still about to get the message through tonight, okay? As y'all know, we are on our 31 Notes to You from the book of Proverbs, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm having so much fun with this. And we are coming from note 28 tonight, but it's actually note 29, but I got the days mixed up yesterday. Plus, the video I submitted yesterday did not actually go through, so I ended up having to submit it today, and I'm gonna leave that right there, okay? Listen here, y'all. People of God, okay? God's children, all right? You have got to understand this. It is non-negotiable, y'all. This is very important. Listen close and hear me out, okay? And pray. Ask God for confirmation, whatever you need to do. You have got to make it non-negotiable. You have got to make sure that you are just content with the Lord alone. You got to be content with the Lord alone. If you are not, you are leaving the door open for the enemy. And I'm going to tell you how and why and how not to do that, okay? You are leaving the door open for the enemy, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because you're leaving it open for the enemy to come pounce all over you because you're not 100% content with God. I want y'all to say this with me. Say God is. God is, period. The beginning and the end. The one who created us. All seeing, all knowing. The Most High. We are on the winning team. Okay? We are on the winning team. Okay, I want y'all to hear me out with this because this is so important for y'all to get this, okay? For the ones who need to get it, okay? If you got it already, then go. But I feel like God's children need to understand this. You got to be 100% fully content with the Lord, because if you're not, again, you're leaving the door open for the enemy, because where I'm going at with this is you have to be okay with not receiving the desires of your heart. If it comes down to you not receiving the desires of your heart, you got to be content with the Lord to the point enough to say, God, your will be done. God, if this is something that you denied to me for right now, God, you have your reasons. God, what do I need to learn in this season? Or God, which other way are you directing me right now? You got to be open for the Lord to use you. We are his children. We are his representatives, okay? He knows what's best for us, okay? And I think the book of Jeremiah says, but above all, I wish that you prosper and be in good health. We got to know that God got good intentions for us. So if he denies something to us, we got to understand that he has his reasons. That's our Father. He knows what's best for us. It's another part, and I think Matthew, where Jesus said, if you would give good gifts to your children, how much more do you think the Father would give to you? You got to get sold out to the point where you just content with the Lord, because if you're not, then you're going to start becoming bitter. You're going to start becoming bitter. Your heart can start getting hard, and then you can start jumping into a murmuring or complaining spirit, and you can start asking God, why me, and start complaining against God. And that is a sin. That is a sin, okay? And that's a trick of the enemy. Because once you start hardening your heart to God, and once you start becoming dissatisfied, and you feeling like, woe is me, and I never get what I want, and why is this happening to me, and you start thinking about me, you headed towards destruction. You headed on the wrong path. You putting yourself into depression. You thinking about what you don't have instead of what you do have. And then the enemy start playing with your mind more and more. You start going deeper and deeper into it. Then you start walking around looking depressed all the time. Then you start just not being happy. Then you start getting bitter. And sometimes you might start getting bitter towards other people and be like, well, if they got this, why I don't have this? Don't compare yourself to nobody. You don't know what they had to do to get there. You never know. So the reason why I'm saying this is because this is so important, because if we are not fully content with the Lord, we are leaving the door wide open for the devil. We're leaving the door open for him to come literally pounce on us and lead us whichever way. Because it's turning our heart hard when we're not fully content with the Lord, because we don't get what we want, because we don't get the desires of our heart. Or because we become impatient and we feel like, oh, it didn't happen when I wanted it to happen. You see what I'm trying to say, y'all? I want y'all to get what I'm trying to say, all right? Now, we're coming from note 28 today, but again, I got the days mixed up, so y'all know we on the 31 Notes to You from the book of Proverbs, okay? But this right here is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 14. Okay? And it reads, happy is the man who is always reverent, but he who hardens his heart will fall into calamity. You hear that? I'm going to read that again. Happy is the man who is always reverent. Reverent means deep respect and admiration. Well, who do we have deep respect and admiration for? God. We got so much deep respect and admiration for God that we happy, we content with him just alone. Okay? Y'all get where I'm going? It says, but he who hardens his heart will fall into calamity. Okay? He who hardens his heart will fall into disaster and disorder. How does that look? You start becoming depressed. You start becoming disgraceful, ungrateful. You start complaining. You start having that murmuring spirit, which is complaining. You start, staying in the house all day. Now you're depressed. Now you don't want to go nowhere. Now you need to be by yourself. The enemy start playing all in your head, all because you was not in reverent of God, having deep respect and admiration for God. Because God don't want you to put nobody before him. God is first. You got to put God first. You got to be content with the Lord alone. Okay? What does this look like? Let's say you, want to be in a relationship. You want to be married, okay? This can be man or woman, okay? That's great. God created marriage. He created us to be in marriage. But you want to get with your ordained partner. Or you want to do it on God's will, on God's timing. You don't want to speed things up because you want it to be on your timing, okay? You want to do it on God's timing, not your timing. You see what I'm trying to say? So you got to understand that God's will be done. You got to be fully content with him. Okay, y'all, I got a little distractions going on right now, but I'm going to try to stay focused on this video right now. Okay? So, and the devil is a lie. We're going to say that tonight. The devil is a lie. Those who are supposed to get this message tonight will receive this message, okay? So, as I was saying, let's say you want to be in a relationship. You want to be married and stuff. Okay. At what cost, though? At what cost? At what cost? Because if you want it so bad to the point where you're not putting God first, at what cost? What are you willing to do to get in that relationship? That's what concerns me. God, don't idolize no relationship. Don't idolize no man. Don't idolize no woman. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to admire somebody or, be attracted to somebody and stuff. But when you become idolizing it, you got to check yourself. You really got to check yourself. And I'm serious, y'all. This is serious. God don't want us to put nobody before him. That's idolizing. That's idolizing marriage. That's idolizing another man. That's idolizing another woman. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I'm going to give y'all a quick example. Give you a quick story with me. I'll be 40 soon. Okay, I got soon I'll be 40. Okay, not this year, but soon I'll be 40. Let's put it that way. Okay. Well, I just share with God that I wanted to have a baby. I'm like, I want to have another baby before I turn 40. That's my goal. I had a deadline. Like, okay, before I turn 40. Well, from the looks of things, y'all, it don't look like that might happen. Okay. Now, am I gonna start getting my heart hardened towards God and getting bitter? I done said it, like, I want to have another baby. I'm like, I had my son at a young age. I didn't feel like I got to fully experience motherhood, because I was still growing up myself. And I wanted to redo it again because I hear a lot of women say that when they had a baby later on in life, they able to become better, mothers. And, and not saying I was a bad mother. I think I was actually a good mother for having my son, at a young age. But I feel like, we can all do better. And I'm like, I didn't fully embrace motherhood like I wanted to. Okay. But like I said, it looked like it might not happen, y'all. I'm going to be honest. But am I about to turn my heart bitter towards God? Because it might not happen. Because what does it look like if I turn my heart bitter towards God because it looked like I won't have a baby before age 40? Another baby before 40. What does it look like? That looks like me maybe procreating with somebody that I'm not supposed to procreate with. That looks like me, going to the clinic and having them, plant some semen in me so I can have a baby. And then I grew up with my baby not knowing who their daddy is because I went to a plant for them to, plant the baby inside of me. Okay. That looks like me stepping all out of God's will, all because of what I want. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I use me as an example because I want you to know I have desires too. I got things that I want. But you got to get to the point where you content with the Lord, whether it happens or not. Because if I wasn't content, then I'm going to be stepping out of God's will. I'm going to be stepping out of God's will. My heart going to be hardened. And then I'll be walking around saying, well, this is what I want. You see what I'm trying to say? Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? I hope y'all get it. The ones who are going to get it is going to get it. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things shall be added unto you. Matthew 6:33. You want to seek God, and don't seek him just for the sake of getting what you want, because you remember God knows our heart. He knows our heart. But you want to seek his face. Okay? God desires to give us the desires of our heart. But he also don't want us to put nobody before us. Before him, excuse me. I was listening to Pastor Darby, and he had a video where he was talking about, some of these women going around saying, I want to be married and this and that. And, as soon as they get married, they forget about God. They can forget about God. That's what he was saying. He said he see them forget about God, and that was a video he made years ago. But for real, just take this stuff into consideration, y'all. We got to understand that God gives us these things as gifts. All good things come from above. We understand that. And, God puts desires in our hearts, for us to, go after the desires in our heart and, for him to manifest it. But it can't be at the cost that we start idolizing these things, y'all. We got to, I just sound like a tape recorder, but I just can't stress it enough. And it's something that somebody can't teach you. It's something that you're going to have to seek God for yourself. Seek the Lord with all your heart, with all your strength. I think that's Psalms 104, 105, seek the Lord. Okay? But anyways, y'all, that's really what I wanted to share with y'all. But once you get to that point in God where you fully content with him, the enemy can't play with you. He can't play mind games with you. He can't dangle a carrot in front of your face and have you chasing this carrot in front of your face, because you know that you got everything with God. If Jesus was discontent, do you think he would have ever been able to, resist the devil after, for 40 days and 40 nights? You think if he was discontent with God? He was so content with God that he hey, what the word say? What profits a man to gain the whole world for the price of his soul? What profits you to get what you want, but it's out of God's will? What profits you to go ahead of God? Because we got to understand he all seeing and he all knowing. What profits you to get impatient and go ahead of God? You see what I'm saying? I don't want to rush this video because this is important. This is so important. Okay, y'all? This is really important, y'all. Because then we start getting out of his will and feeling like we deserve certain things. And not saying we don't, but we don't want to be prideful. Okay? But once you step into that element with God and taste and see that the Lord is good and blessed is the one who takes refuge in him, that's Psalms 34:8. I had wrote that down too, y'all, because I wanted to share that. But taste and see that the Lord is good. Once you taste and see that the Lord is good, you content with him. You are content with him. You're like, okay, Lord, I want this, I want that, but if it don't happen, I'm okay. God is. Y'all, God is. Sometimes I go into meditation just sitting there saying God is, and I go into a deep meditation. God is. Okay? So anyways, y'all, if you're looking for a life coach, go ahead and email me at cinnursenetworks@gmail.com. This video part here probably wasn't the video that everybody wanted to hear. I know we get caught up on what we want, but we got to keep the main thing. We God's representatives down here, okay? And whatever he add to it, while we down here, thank him. If he don't, thank him. God is anyways, okay? And go ahead and email me at cinnursenetworks@gmail.com. And, let's map out your game plan. Let's see where you are, where you want to go. The best thing you can do is invest into yourself and invest into you a life coach, okay? Even if it's not me, get you a life coach, okay? I can't stress to you how important it is just to have a life coach, because we all got blind spots, okay? We all got blind spots. And thank you to all the ones who send me emails, who send me messages on Messenger, and, who communicate with me and give me feedback from the video and tell me, some of the things that they learned from these videos. I appreciate y'all. I know some of y'all might not be as comfortable with, commenting on my comments yet, because you know you don't want nobody else to beat your comments. I can understand that, but I really appreciate y'all feedback. I appreciate all of y'all. Okay, but anyways, y'all, I hope y'all are having a great and amazing day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, good night.